Wanderers, welcome to the Wandering Dutchman podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Velpen Disposal.
The Wandering Dutchman podcast.
Where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wandering Dutchman podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah, yeah. The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Wandering Dutchman podcast coming to you from Smoker's Lounge. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends out there in Velpen, Indiana. That's Velpen Trucking and Disposal. Our buddy Chops and the crew are ready to help you with your fall cleaning. Welcome to today's episode. We come out on a Friday. If you're listening to us on Friday, we hope you have a real good Friday. Happy Friday to you. If you're listening to us on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Saturday or a Sunday, we hope those days are good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Now, if you're watching on the old YouTube or Spotify, which you can watch on, you're seeing somebody sitting to my left. And if you're a fan of the show, you know he's been here before. You know he's a funny guy. He's got a lot of things going on. Joining us this week is our buddy Curtis Crowe.
All right,
Hey.
good to be here. Welcome back, pal.
You don't have the
Thanks
fake.
for having me.
You don't have the fake applause there for him. There we go. See, look at that. Tracking a little.
You didn't have to say fake applause.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Live studio
The
audience.
Live studio
Yeah, live
audience
here.
Yeah, live audience here. Smoke
Real hot mic.
Yeah, well, that's true. What's going on, buddy? What you been up to?
Man, it's summer. I feel like I'm just in it with the kids right now.
Mm.
It's that time of year.
Mm.
Kids getting ready to go back to school.
Go ahead. Give him some sympathy. Go ahead. Give him some.
About what?
The kids and being in with the kids. Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Casey's been riding this canoe for about a
Oh,
month
my
now,
goodness.
Curtis. That's a touchy spot with
I heard him when he walked in here.
Little
Said,
big
4
guy.
kids under 7.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
we don't have a planning
He's in
department on
the
10.5.
gauntlet. He's riding the
Or
gauntlet.
prophylactics.
Yeah, we are. Everybody's good. It's all good laugh. It's fun. You know, we'll get the kids back to school, and the youngest one
God,
will
I
be
can't wait.
fighting his way out. But yeah, it's you know, it's we're all in that same boat. Whether you got 4 under 7 or you got a couple high schoolers or a middle schooler or you know your kids' ages is they're youngsters, right?
Yeah,
6 and 4?
Yeah, that's what they're going to be this year. So we got the youngest going to school. It feels good. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to next week.
Good deal.
So will your 6-year-old preschool or first grade?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Well,
That's
yeah.
right.
I figured she was just jumping grades. You know, she's one of them geniuses.
The last name of Crowe, she's got to be smart.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, my youngest is a girl. The oldest is a boy.
Oh, well, I screwed that up.
Oh,
Real
So-
good friends with
Yeah.
yeah.
who are you? Anyway, who are you? So what's been going on in the Crow household for the summer?
Man, we finished baseball early in the summer, then swim lessons, and then it's just constant go, go, go. My wife she used to run in-home daycare, and she quit doing that.
Thank God.
Oh my gosh, that was the biggest relief. That's so stressful. I've never wanted to get out of the house so early of a morning as when you got 9 kids running around.
Wow.
aren't yours? Yeah, good grief.
Yeah, it's
It's tough having 2 of your own to care about.
yeah.
I got a question for all you. For you, I got a question for
All of
you.
What personality did you
all-
bring
yeah,
today,
for
Curtis?
you, Curtis. What is that?
Mhm.
What is that maze thing you got going on out there in your neck?
Oh, in my yard.
yeah. What's that?
I get questioned about this a lot. Some people aren't happy about it, but so the north side of our yard holds water real bad,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's harder to keep up mowing because you either can't mow it or when you do, it's you're baling hay
Mm-hmm.
up there. And I finally just decided that I'm done mowing it, and I let it grow, and then I cut a maze in it for the kids to run around in and ride their little bikes in and stuff like
That's
that.
pretty cool.
It is very cool. Like I dig it for sure. And but you know, I had to answer a few of those questions too, because you know that we travel out that way every now and then, and what the hell's that guy got going on out there?
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know. He's a cool dude. Probably just amazed.
Yeah,
for his
that's
kid.
all it is. That's all it is.
And then he thought, well, he's seen that rabbit box in the back there, and then the one guy automatically said, "Well, you reckon he's going to is he going to run rabbit dogs in there? Is he going to train rabbits? He's going to start putting some brush,
racing rabbits.
putting some brush piles in there, or what's he got? Maybe you reckon he's going to start training beagles? You know?
I didn't realize it'd be that much of a conversation starter. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'm going to start putting checkered flags at the end of it. Just keep people on their toes.
A little bit of a grandstand that's got like a chalkboard where it's been swiped with like odds and dollars and numbers.
Yeah. You've got a dog track out there.
Illegal bootlegging out there. That's cool. So it's been a while. It's probably been year plus, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Probably about that. So it's always good to catch up. How's the comedy been lately?
Well, it has been a while, and I haven't done comedy since October of last year.
Awesome.
I've basically
A lot of great questions here from your host of the Wonder Dutchman
it's
podcast.
okay. I literally got this question today at work. People are still finding out about it. Comedy was incredibly stressful, and I was just telling Smoker before you guys got here. In October, I got asked to do like a music gig with a buddy.
Yeah.
And we did it, and it was so much fun. And I
Yeah.
was like, forget about comedy. That's way more fun. I still get to tell jokes. I still get to be creative, and it's way less stressful. Comedy is incredibly stressful.
Oh, I could only imagine. You, which we've said it before on one of the shows that we had earlier. Like I couldn't imagine carrying your nutsack in a 5-gallon bucket. And just balls of steel, getting up in front of people that you don't know who they are or anything like that. That whether or not they're going to relate to your jokes or your stories or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
just stand-up comedian and being clean at that is wild. Like I said, we've talked before, but yeah, kudos to you, bro, because that I couldn't do it, not a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I
You just about karate.
What is happening?
She started sneaking in over there. Like she could have just walked back here.
SEAL Team 6 coming back here to get a damn beer. Good grief.
Yeah. You never know what's going to
My
happen here.
goodness
It's,
gracious.
Smoker's Lounge.
Man, I did. I did comedy for like 3 years, which I feel like was a pretty good run. And my wife and I decided, like, there was a time period where I thought I might try this.
Yeah.
Might try to do this.
Yeah.
And last August, I did 9 shows in 1 month.
Wowzer.
Just to see what it was like.
Grind.
We were like, that's not it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just, especially with young kids, like it's just a ton of time away from home in the evenings. And I'll tell you what did it for me was I was doing comedy at this Mexican restaurant in Fairfield, Illinois.
There it is. There it is.
Olay.
And my first headlining gig bombed for 30 minutes.
Oh, no.
It was rough. That crowd
Was it because of a language barrier?
No,
or,
it was all
The
American.
kitchen staff was
their
supportive.
salsa sucked? Or what?
Zero Hispanics. Food was fine, but we get up there and I Googled the town before I went on, and no joke, on Wikipedia it said that, and I have a screenshot of it, that this, like, Fairfield, Illinois has the highest, like, incestual
Good.
percentage, and I was like, well, shoot, this is, I'm gonna knock
This
this
is
out.
gold,
hard.
baby.
Let off with
This
an
is
incest
gold.
joke, huh?
And the first 3 comedians, just all I mean, that's all they talked about. And I'm like,
There goes your material.
I got nothing. Well, I Googled again. Somebody had edited the page. It was gone by the time the show started.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
And so I'm like, well, I'll just do my regular material. And they just weren't there for it. They wanted that raunchy
Yeah.
kind of,
Yeah.
they weren't there for me to be,
Talk about horse feet sticking out of the
talk
ground
about
and
my
stuff.
family. That's about the only one that really
Hit.
did well. And of course, I had like a little joke about, these 2 people that they'd been picking on the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Their brother and sister. And I had a little joke about it. Nothing. I mean, just. And I'm driving home
Crickets.
for 2 hours thinking, what the heck am I doing with my life? There's nothing. And I tell people all the time, the moment I decided to quit comedy was on that drive
long
home,
drive home from Fairfield,
after,
Illinois.
after bombing at a Mexican restaurant in Illinois. It's just not worth it. And kudos to all my buddies who are still out there grinding. And I bombed plenty of times before, but that one's felt different.
That one hurt.
That one felt different.
Yeah. It did. So,
So where in the hell did you learn how to play the mandolin?
well, I don't really know how to play it. I got it last summer, and I can fiddle around on it a little bit.
Yeah,
Enough to make you think that I know what I'm doing.
right.
And my guy that plays with me, my buddy Caleb, is a really good guitar player, plays harmonica, really good singer. He carries the weight, and I kind of just – and I play keyboard and organ as well. And
Which we talked about that before. Yeah, you I knew you knew how to play the piano.
yeah, I just decided last summer that I Smoke and I were just talking about how much we like bluegrass music. I've loved bluegrass my whole life. And I just thought I need to learn how to play a bluegrass instrument. And I had a mandolin when I was in 8th grade, and I learned like 3 chords on it.
That's all you need. 3 chords and the truth.
Yeah, I mean, literally with bluegrass, that can get you
A long way.
Have a hell of a career.
Yeah, I took it to Haiti with me when I was in 8th grade on a mission trip, and played for the kids, and they thought I was a dang country star.
Hey,
That's
you
how easy it is.
bombed in Fairfield, Illinois, but there's some kid in Haiti that still remembers this.
That wants to
white
play the
dude.
mandolin because he saw
Yeah.
me picking around on it.
He probably sees a picture of Billy Strings and he's like, "You remember what that
him!
old boy's
That's
name?" I think that is
I
that
think
guy.
that's that guy that came and played to me.
Yeah.
at
Hey,
school.
did you guys know Billy's coming to Owensboro? Very soon, September something. We
He's
ought to
playing
try
at the
Really?
Bluegrass.
Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we ought to try to do that.
Well, I was we were it's funny
We already
conversation.
had the show.
Smoker and I had this same conversation.
Hey, thanks for saving it for
good
now.
deal.
That's
Good.
great,
Yeah,
guys.
Good talk.
Well, no, we can still talk about it.
Yeah.
I went to that romp festival. You ever been to that?
No,
No.
we tried to do it, but just
Last year when
logistically never-
Dierks Bentley was the headliner,
Oh man, that was such a
because
great show.
Dierks does a lot of bluegrass.
He does.
really,
He does a
never
ton
even
of,
knew that.
His album, a couple albums ago, was almost all bluegrass.
Yeah, they have a bluegrass band. Like their band plays bluegrass at like random venues in Nashville
and then he'll just
when they're not touring.
And he'll
and their
headline
band's name is like Long John or something like that.
mm,
Because their bus driver's name is John Long or something like that.
I'll be damned.
It's something real funny like that. But they're incredibly entertaining.
That's kind of like the Steel Drivers. I never knew for the longest time that Stapleton started with the Steel Drivers.
yeah.
And then
And-
whenever he went out on his own, then the Steel Drivers just kept going.
The,
you
and
know,
the Steel Drivers were at Romp this year.
Yeah, I know.
And they got a guy who sounds pretty much just like Chris Stapleton.
That's wild. ain't it?
That's with him.
Yeah.
And they just kept on going.
Who was the headliner this year down there? Like Leanne, not
Winona Judd.
That's
Winona Judd.
I was trying to go through my Rolodex of '90s female.
I have
country singers.
been a bluegrass fan for a long time, and
Yeah.
the Warden, she'll get down on it a little. She likes a little bit of it too.
She likes a little picking and getting.
So we listen every now and then. We'll get in that kick, you know. I think when we were driving to Maggie, when we were doing our North Carolina cruise, we were driving and we ended up getting on a Spotify playlist or a whatever, and we listened to it for like 7 hours straight,
Yeah,
man. And
man.
I dig it. Which I mean, I always have like Earl Scruggs and
Yeah, Lester Flatt.
Lester Flatt
Bill
and all them
Monroe,
guys,
yeah.
all of them, man. Yeah,
Yeah, when I got my mandolin.
Ricky Skaggs, that's
Yeah,
another
so-
big
I
dog.
was going to
yeah.
say, when I got my mandolin, my wife's grandpa at church one morning, he brought me a Ricky Skaggs CD.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Hey, I figured you'd enjoy listening to this, maybe learn a little bit of it." And I was like, I'll never be able
No,
to do that.
not a chance.
Not a chance.
No way.
I mean, there's just
Guy's world class.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I like all them originals. You know, like even the banjo stuff. You know, the Foggy Mountain Breakdown and all like
yep.
the original. Like
What's
the,
that?
The
Orange
roots.
Blossom.
Orange
Orange
Blossom
Blossom Special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we when we go to Gatlinburg, I make it a point to hit up one of the distilleries that's
Mhm.
got live bluegrass and just
Oh,
sit
yeah.
and listen for a little bit. That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I love to do. This shirt's actually Mountain Grass Unit. They were at Romp this year. They're newer, they're younger kids, but man, they can
Well,
pick.
that's
crazy.
the amazing thing. Like a music segment
Yep.
like that, like bluegrass,
It's coming
Mhm.
back.
and it comes back because
Yeah.
of the musical talent. And you got a guy like Billy Strings is close enough to that mainstream fire where you're like,
Unreal.
oh God, that guy's an unbelievable talent.
Real.
Yeah.
But you also see that bluegrass sound a little bit. Tyler Childers, like some of those guys,
early stuff. Yeah.
you know, they call it kind of like that Appalachian
Yeah.
country or whatever it is. But it does survive and it does have that sound.
You
but-
know, the crazy thing that gets me with bluegrass, with like the tie dye.
There you go.
I
I know
know,
what you're
and
gonna
Curtis
say.
and I had talked about this before, but like the tie dye.
Was there anything you guys didn't talk about before?
Well,
the
no,
show
I mean
here?
maybe, yeah, whatever. But like,
Smoke and I only talked about bluegrass. So once we get outside of that,
we'll
we're
be
clear.
fine.
You're
The
okay.
tie dye, the pot, smoking weed, and like that
And
whole
copious amounts of other substances.
right. But just
Whenever-
that whole.
Get him.
That whole demographic, like when I was a kid and we would go to the Bluegrass Festival in Owensboro, and then my dad would always go to the Blues Festival and all that, the barbecue and
That's in
blues.
Henderson too, isn't it?
Yeah, like all that stuff, and it was all old people and
It's different.
just
now,
chilling and everything. But then it's morphed into now
Dude,
these big music festivals. You get that whole.
It's the hippies. Man.
I know it, and that's why I said
It's
I was trying to
insane.
dance around that, but it's just
No, I
all.
Why dance around and just jump in?
It's all the
Embrace it.
hippies, man.
Yeah,
Shoegazers, patchouli, hemp necklaces, dreads, like just a whole bunch of stinky potheads just
Dude.
staring at their feet dancing. And
It
that's
really
fine.
is. The people watching it romp.
I
is
cannot
one of the
believe
most
it.
incredible.
I
things.
know, and I'm so jealous.
I got videos on my phone. I'll show you guys here. in a
good.
while.
I can't wait.
I mean,
to see
just I just the stuff you see people dancing around. Every year, there's a train of umbrellas with Christmas lights on them that dances around the whole field during the headliner set.
Yeah.
And those, like, I mean, I saw a guy one year who was doing some crazy dancing, and he had holsters on both sides with Gatorade bottles. Like,
Yeah.
just
Shit.
ready to hydrate. Like, these people
Ready to
live,
hydrate.
they live for that show.
Oh, I know.
Dude,
When
it's
is it
hilarious.
this year?
Well,
It
it's
was,
already
in, it
passed.
was in June.
Oh shit.
Was that
Yeah.
first or second weekend in June?
Second or third. It was hot. Man.
Yeah.
We only did so. Typically, we volunteer at it, and we get to stay for the whole week for free.
Perfect.
We had to work 3 out of the 4 days for just 4 hours each day. Super.
Oh, yeah, it's
great deal.
It's great.
And volunteering is fun because you get put on a shuttle or you park people. You get to people watch that whole time too. It's a good deal. This year though, we won free passes to one day, so we were like, let's just go one day. It's gonna be crazy hot and camp out. We just camped out one day, and it was
Camped, huh?
Oh man, that's the worst part about it. Camping is fun, but you can't. During the summer. I mean,
Some
you
would
just-
say it's intense.
Some people.
it is. It is. We took a pop-up camper one year, which was great, but it was also a pain in the butt.
Yeah. They now bluegrass shows don't get too rowdy where fights break out, I assume.
No, peace and love, man.
Peace and love. Yeah,
there we go.
hippies. The
So do
shoegazers.
you think the shoegazers, like, because there's no more, like, the Fishes of the world are gone, like the Grateful Dead is gone, like that sound is
I just think they're
not as prevalent anymore. So
Jerry
I'll
Garcia
jump-
was into bluegrass.
Say I'll jump
Oh yeah,
onto
a
this
lot
one.
of grateful, a lot
yeah.
of deadheads at romp.
Love it.
A lot of deadheads.
I think that's where that crowd kind of morphed
They
to.
migrated over.
Yeah, because like Jerry Garcia was with all his bluegrass roots and like those followers, and then you get Billy Strings that comes on the scene, and those like Billy has huge Grateful Dead ties. Like he's openly said how much like he digs that kind of scene, and it is just all one big merry family.
Well, do you think like that bluegrass sound where a lot of that originates from is, guys learn to sing, like the church aspect of it? Like
a lot of it's
bluegrass.
gospel driven. I mean,
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
what
that, yeah,
that's what I'm
sure.
getting to is
A lot
like
of
that
the-
gospel
A
sound.
lot of the old stuff. Your Ricky Skaggs,
Mhm.
who's there at romp every year. Your old stuff is like that, but this new stuff, this progressive bluegrass,
Yeah,
is a lot more rock influenced
right.
than anything else. And so they got Mountain Grass Unit, for example. They can do that classic stuff, traditional stuff,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but they're a jam band.
Right.
I mean, they got up there after Winona Judd when everybody was just blitzed. And that's what's great about being a sober person at a festival like that. Everybody's just blitzed out of their mind. And then this band gets up here and just jams. Lights are flashing. They just jam for an hour. They might play 5-6 songs.
But they
because-
segue into each one, and it doesn't.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
insane solos.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just taken on a whole new.
I'd never been to the show. I'd never been to a show like that before until it was not bluegrass, but it was that the Sacenta tour with Primus, Pussifer, and A Perfect Circle, to where every musician was on the stage at the same time, and like they would just kind of filter through, and the music, like they had the show broke into 3 acts, like a musical or like a play or something, and they would just all segue from one song to the next to where like the music never stopped. So there was a lot of, flowing and everything in that, and it, like, you go to a traditional concert, like we went to Tyler Childers, and it's like you finish a song, then he talks for 2 or 3 minutes, and then he, blah, blah, blah. And this one's called, da, da, da. And then they get into the next song, and, just like a traditional concert. Whereas like that tour, the show that I went to, I'd never been into anything like that before, to where it just kind of flows and then they segue into the next one. And it's just a different way to perform, you know, and it was really cool. I mean, I definitely dig it.
Those people aren't there necessarily for the music. They're there for where the music takes them.
Exactly.
That's the best way I can.
God damn it. Let's go. Let's go.
Profound.
That's the best way I can explain it.
The jam band scene.
We'll get some Diet Cokes, Dave, and
what's that?
Some
the
lemonade.
jam band scene scares me a little bit.
It does.
Because I went up to you ever heard of Humphreys McGee?
No, I haven't.
So
what about OAR?
I love OAR. They're not as much of
you ever heard of them?
No, but I got some good jam band stories for you.
But we had my roommate, his brother, my roommate in law school and his brother, they were like, hey, we're going to go up northern Michigan. We were up there, Interlake or Interlochen, I think is what it is. Interlochen.
Interlake's down here in Lakeville.
Yeah, Interlochen up there. There's like this rich kid school of performing arts thing. And they had a nice, cool amphitheater, a lot like Lincoln Amphitheater, outdoors like that. And they're like, hey, we'll camp out. We got a spot right by the lake. Got a fire. It'll be a great night. This band's great. And I was like, okay, sure. And I'm not a drug guy. Not a drug guy.
Mm-mm. Nobody.
And so
we're not drug guys.
So we roll into this show, and they start playing. I'm like, oh yeah, they sound pretty good. And then 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
They just don't ever quit.
They don't stop. And I look at my roommate, he's just, like
vibing.
He's just vibing. He's like, this is great. This is great. And I'm like, this is terrible. So I literally leave and I walk through and I was like, I get to the restrooms and there's a security guard there working. And I was like, hey man, this show sucks. Can I just kind of explore the school? He's like, well, I was like, dude, I'm not going to tear anything up. I'm so bored. They've played one song in 30 minutes. Can I just check it out? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. So I just I'm walking around touring campus. It was great. Come back, sit down kind of by the bar.
Still
and
haven't finished that first song.
Drink beers. And then those guys come out I probably spent an hour just wandering. And it was probably another hour and a half I sat up there. And they came up and they're like, man, that was the best show ever. And I had a crowd at this point of other people that have been hoodwinked into this jam band shit. And we were just talking about how bad it sucked. We went to Owensboro to the Friday After 5 a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
And we went down there and there was a band playing down there called the Crashers. We talked about it a little bit, and they did a lot of things similar to that whole just flow, segueing into other songs. But it was all cover stuff from the 2000s into the 90s, 80s, the whole thing. But they never really did take a break. But they were probably I bet there were 6 or 8 musicians on the stage at the same time, and they would just kind of filter through. And I don't know if it's just a new way to perform, a new way to kind of captivate the crowd and keep everybody locked in the whole time to where there's really no downtime or what, but it was wild.
It's like that again. It's that new kind of progressive bluegrass genre. I'll say this: it's a lot safer outside than it is inside with those bands.
Oh yeah,
I got caught up at the Egyptian Room in Indianapolis.
Yeah, been to the Egyptian. Bert Kreischer at the
been
Egyptian
there a bunch,
and I was there for Green Sky Bluegrass. Billy Strings opened for him. This was before he was
big,
and I'm starting. I got there early, and I get close to the front. This is my first time going to a show like this. The bluegrass I'd experienced was old guys in rocking chairs sitting around watching.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I expected, and I got there, and people start filtering in. Billy Strings, he starts jamming, and I mean, I'm looking around, and there's this little Asian dude beside me in a bathrobe with a towel around his neck. And I'm like, this guy knows something I don't.
And it's not advanced mathematics.
No, and I was like, this is not good. And this show, that dude ended up passing out, and people just around him just dancing, and I'm just like, should we help this guy? Is he gonna,
Yeah.
And I remember I was also at that time, like, I had like a little GoPro with me, and I was kind of filming the experience,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I got escorted out because I had a GoPro.
Oh,
Really?
Which I was glad, because I got out and I called my wife and I said, how do you know if you're high? Because I had like a massive headache. It's the first time I'd been around copious amounts of marijuana.
Yeah. Right.
And I was freaking out. And I was also mad because I was like, of all the stuff that's happening down there, you're mad at the GoPro. You're mad at the guy with the GoPro.
Yeah.
The dude just passed out, and he's
Some people
say
like, when you're high because like your foreskin will tingle, or like your arms. They say they kind of like try to float like above you, and you can't really control your hands.
Or you take a bag of caramel corn off the top of a trash can,
or
and eat it like a raccoon.
Like you basically morph into a trash panda, like a raccoon.
Got to watch the trash panda.
To where at any time that any edible item is, regardless of what receptacle it was harvested from, becomes you got to eat it right now.
Yeah.
That's just. Allegedly is what I've heard.
I wasn't then.
Good.
So that's
You're good shape.
Good.
I was in the clear.
I honestly could say I've
no foreskin tingling.
Well, I had a little headache.
Oh yeah. That could be just be because of
dehydration.
Yeah.
A little dehydration.
Blood pressure was up.
Blood pressure. Yeah.
They that was like my first Dave Matthews concert when I went to my first Dave Matthews Band concert.
Never been.
I wasn't ready for the long songs either, but as soon as it started getting dark, I mean, we went through security. Like, they patted you down, made sure it didn't matter.
Wow,
Sparky
how
was
that
there.
stuff gets in.
Oh,
They asked me about my GoPro when I came in, and they're like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then
Turns
I got
out it
kicked
wasn't.
But I think that was the Lord looking after me, because I think if I would have stayed much longer, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah.
Could have been some CEO there with somebody that wasn't his wife.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard of the Celebration Ice Challenge? No? Well, I'm surprised, because it's the latest trend on the interwebs right now. Here's what you do. First step, you buy a glorious bag of Celebration Ice. Second step, you remove those perfectly crafted ice cubes from their bag. Third step, you pile and coordinate those ice cubes into what represents the outline of your body. Step 4, you lay down on the pile and chill out. Nice, right? Or you can just use Celebration Ice for your cooler and cocktails, because that's what we do.
What do you think about that?
Man, I tell you, I'm not.
She's gonna be pissed.
I'm definitely not for, infidelity.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you would have just remained calm, if they would have just remained
That's
calm,
exactly
and
what
stopped-
we
if
talked
they
about.
acted like they were getting shot at.
Yes.
And if you didn't act like you were getting shot at,
It
I
wouldn't
doubt
have
many
gone-
people are sitting home watching Coldplay Jumbotron footage.
Right.
They might have been all right. Again,
It's-
I'm not for it. They got what they deserve.
You do not condone infidelity.
Do not condone
It's the
infidelity.
Streisand effect. When you reacted like that,
Yeah.
that's what caused the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the lady that was sitting next to you that knew the entire situation.
She's eating shit the whole time, thinking,
busted.
The only thing she can see is dollar signs
Yeah.
immediately running through her head,
Yeah.
because she knows she's next.
Yeah, it's
Next in line, baby.
So we talked about the music. What's your band called?
Loose change.
Loose Change. So when's Loose Change next act?
We're playing at Camp Ileana at the end of August here. They have a thing every year called Family Camp.
Okay.
It's just when. That's right, a little loose change, and so we're playing at that. That's our next gig. How we got the name was I kind of got roped into doing this with my buddy.
Yeah.
And then the event organizer asked for a band name, and I said, "Give us like 10 minutes, we'll come up with something." And we came up with Loose Change, and she asked, why Loose Change? And I said, well, you're never really looking for it, but when you find it, it's kind of a nice surprise.
Exactly.
there we go.
And so that's kind of what we rolled with.
Yeah.
And And it's
Now,
it's
do you
simple.
guys do you run just now? Do you sing?
Yeah.
Do you usually sing? Would you ever entertain the idea of maybe like a backup vocalist or like a rhythm vocalist or anything like that?
I mean, if you're interested in performing, we gladly.
I mean, I
you
kind
fit
of got a
in.
little bit of stage fright, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
think-
know how that would be.
when I get up, once I get in the groove, you know what I mean, then I might be able to perform. All
This
right.
is the other good thing about music gigs. The way we do. I mean, nobody's really paying attention.
oh
Now, if you're up there on like a main stage, like we
Uh-huh.
have been at Fourth Friday,
I was going to say, how was that experience?
It was fun. There was nobody there because it was 115 degrees and it was 5 o'clock,
right,
so there was nobody there either.
good.
But
Good.
It really is. It's you kind of just blend into the background,
Mhm.
and you don't really have many people.
Good.
And that's again, contrast that with comedy where it's like dance
Everybody's
monkey.
lazy.
Yeah,
I'm
dance monkey, exactly.
It's so much better.
Mhm.
It's so much.
Now I did a little vocal. I did some singing at the Holland Fest there a couple years ago, and
Just
Yeah,
a year.
just last
yeah,
year.
just last year. And some would say that I sucked bad, but I was.
I mean, there was
I
those.
wasn't good either.
There was those. Well, that could have been the Jaeger bomb.
Yeah, we did do Jaeger
Oh,
bombs, and
okay.
then I took a pee off the back of the stage before I performed.
That may be why we didn't
And
get
then
asked. to
some guy was
sponsor
heckling
music
me
back
about
Friday.
seeing my penis, but sometimes
Well, yeah, he was standing
stuff,
right there
stuff
beside you.
happens. Like
Yeah, yeah.
get over it. You know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, they
sometimes-
didn't ask us to sponsor a band this year. Did
I
they?
wonder why. well,
Can't imagine.
yeah,
sometimes you guys listen. You win some, you lose some. You know, what
it's
I mean?
okay, but we do have. I mean, obviously, the good news is we're going to have the third annual
Annual
backyard barbecue competition.
That is right.
So that'll be going on,
got the barbecue competition,
which
coming
that'll be
up.
exciting.
Yeah, it'll be a good time this
Yeah.
year.
So Loose Change plays a little bluegrass. Anything else you guys dip your toes into there?
Well, we're like a little bit like folk, Americana, country bluegrass.
Hell yeah.
Just kind of we float around in there. I wouldn't say straight bluegrass.
Americana.
Yeah, just kind of. We do a lot of covers.
You guys
that's
recording
fine.
things or anything I can go look at? On?
We don't have anything recorded yet. We're.
If you
We're not
want to,
that far
if you
along.
want to record something, I know some guys that have some equipment that you could do it with.
Yeah. We could. I got it.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
You forget he,
I know. I've been there.
or you forget that guy right there used to dabble.
That's
in.
100% what
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
referencing.
We should come
okay.
in and do a live show.
Dude.
Yeah.
Can I play with you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can sing a little bit.
We just talked about it. You're nervous to do it.
Nah.
Not on the show.
He'd be fine here.
We'd have to move some things around. Unless we all sit
You know
on the
what we
table.
do? I think we just do a Wednesday night before Thanksgiving bash where we do a live show and some tunes. We'll hope the weather's good. We'll just have a party up here on Smokers Hill Wednesday night.
Sold.
Now, these microphones here, they're probably not the best conducive for singing, huh?
It'll be all right.
fine.
Yeah.
We'll switch over to the old
That'd be
Behringers, maybe? Or
Well, no, I got a couple Sures.
can I sing in your can?
fella there? Pay
Pay you
$10
$10
just
singing to his can.
That's right, buddy. I dig it. I love it. I do. It's kind of a like I'm all over the map musically.
Babe, can we have a live recording with a bigger
Sure,
audience?
she said
and
sure.
music?
Yeah, she said
Ah,
sure.
shit, yeah. Wednesday.
So-
Is Loose Change available on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving?
Probably. Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, do we need to
we're
call
not,
your agent?
We're not real booked up.
Do you? So when you guys, do you ever look at this? You ever like what you call it? Is it introspection?
That's it. Inward looking.
Introspection is when you look inward. So what do you call it whenever you? So like you go to your Spotify recent playlists or your Pandora history, and it'll basically show what you've listened to recently. You ever do that and just think like, my God, what is your problem? You ever have that?
Mm.
I don't know.
It's like
I mean,
my YouTube algorithm. It's
Yeah.
wild as-
So
yeah.
like today, like you ever heard of Kubla Khan, Texas? It's like it is death metal to the core.
Oh,
Like it
no,
is.
I haven't heard of it.
It's nutty. Yeah, we can listen to some later if you'd like. And then Ozzy Osbourne radio, and then you go to Big X the Plug.
I love Big X.
Do you guys play with your shirts on or off? Because Big X the Plug seems to just go
and then you
shirtless
go
no matter
to
what.
I'll be shirtless.
Don Tolliver Radio, which is for my son, which is
Who the hell's Don Tolliver?
He is a young black musician. He's in the rap genre.
Okay.
I dig it every
You
now
guys
and
remember
then.
Crisscross?
Yeah.
Applesauce?
Applesauce.
Make you want to jump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crisscross. And then you go to techno music every now and then. So going back to the music festivals, you ever been to one of them?
Not
Like a
one
techno show?
Not one
That was
got,
the
like,
longest ass
cross-genre.
way to get to that question.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we were here, so I figured we'd just stop by.
Might as well kill some time.
Yeah, you know,
Take a trip
that's
around
what,
the block.
That's what we're
Yeah.
here for anyway. God, we're only 34 minutes in. But yeah, like my sister-in-law is real big into those. Like it's called
Like the Bonnaroo. and
well,
like
no, it's electric
Forest?
forest. She's been to that a couple times where they wear like the fishnets with the pasties and the glow lights and
The EDM stuff.
the ED. It's 100% that, and that stuff.
You don't strike me as an EDM
that
guy.
stuff,
Yeah.
Curtis, is
Sounds
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
wild, like
Yeah.
insane.
Would you go
wild.
pasties or fishnets?
both?
I
mean, that's what
I'd
it
have
is.
to wear pasties.
Well, we wouldn't because we're
Yeah.
male.
Sounds like the
What is that where they go out?
But maybe you should though.
Oh,
so
the-
you don't get any
Chafe from
Yeah.
your. Well, my nipples would stick through the fish net, so like it would be.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like my nipples
gotcha,
kind of
yeah.
stay hard.
Imagining you in fishnets, like when you get them hams, Merkleys that have that white.
like what the wieners come in them bags, you know. Them you get that one with the
You get you a pit ham
the
that's got
longer gap, the bigger gap.
the white little netting around it.
Big Toby more than a cargo net.
Yeah. They
Just
what
getting
is that where they get out? Is that Burning Man too? Is that Burning Man?
Yeah.
Is that where they go out
Yeah.
there and they do that?
glow sticks and the fire
shit,
dancers.
That shit scares me.
Yeah.
That just
Yeah.
You talk about drugs, like you know, you got a bunch of
we
You
weren't
gotta-
talking about drugs.
you got
but
no, but I mean, you got a bunch like at a bluegrass show, you got a bunch of potheads, maybe some shrooms, you know, just chilling, vibing, dancing, staring at your shoes, the whole
they don't
thing.
get into the cocaine,
But you go to those EDM shows and you're talking like that-
designer drugs.
yeah, MDMA, Molly, or I guess that's what they call it, like the sex drug, like where everybody, you know, they get all touchy feely and stuff. I don't know if
I
I,
love
could.
when we
I
get
don't think
off
I
the
could hang.
reservations.
I don't think I could hang with that, man.
Yeah, it's
The
not our
sweat,
cup of tea.
like they sweat real bad, and you got to
Well,
drink
that we are
ice,
all part
ice
of,
water. I don't know. It was just a thought, you know. Every now and then, like if I'm in the zone, a lot of times if I'm like loading trucks, like if I'm by myself in a piece of equipment and I'm locked in, you know, like loading trucks or doing something with the backhoe, loading rock, millings, whatever I might be doing, I'll put my earbuds in and I'll throw that like real, just raunchy, just a hardcore EDM, and I mean,
What the hell for?
I
don't
can't
know.
wait the
Just-
next time I drive by
just
Mace
vibing.
operating, just thinking
Just
he's up
vibing.
there just letting loose.
just
Yeah.
vibe, you know, just I think that's what the kids call it, vibing. Like just
I don't know. I think that's like more aggressive than vibing.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, the EDM is more aggressive.
Well,
than
sure,
vibing.
but I mean, like that's a different vibe, though. You
yeah,
know
it's
what
a
I mean?
hyper vibe.
hyper vibe.
Yeah, it's putting like vibe in the next gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
grabbing them.
The old
Moving
high
on,
vibe.
moving on from music.
Mhm.
Let's talk a little bit more here, Curtis. Catch up. Now,
Mustard.
Papa Crowe, just
Yeah.
had a heart surgery.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's
He's
healing
doing
up,
good.
right?
For quadruple bypass.
That's a good one. He should get a trophy for that.
He had
He probably got one, didn't he? Right here.
yeah.
Good one.
Yep. He had some major blockages there.
Oh, 9-toe.
No toe Joe.
No toe Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, he it went well. He's recovering. He's a little bit impatient because he can't drive for like 6 weeks.
Oh, heaven forbid.
And so that's driving him crazy. He likes being everywhere, but he's getting up and going a little bit
You ought
more.
to take the mower.
Well, he lives too far away from town. For
That didn't stop George Jones.
Now I seen him at the Bombers game, and he seemed like he was getting around all right.
When was that?
Whenever I seen you at the Bombers game.
Was that after heart surgery?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he's just sitting around, he's fine. Like
Yeah.
tonight, we were at the Strassenfest, and he was carrying a lawn chair around, and he would just randomly stop and
Take a break.
just sit down.
Yeah.
So
Hell, I'd
it's
do
good.
that.
Yeah, that's where he's at right now. He's
Sounds
doing.
like he's got it figured out.
He's doing good. He's,
Where do you have his surgery at?
up
About
there.
Yeah, right in here.
Round off.
Right
Thanks,
between the
guys.
nipples.
I would have never guessed that's where
Indianapolis,
the
right?
quadruple bypass.
Yeah. Yep.
So did he have an issue or something they'd been monitoring, or
It was a blockage.
Yeah, 4 of them.
his artery.
no
Hey,
shit?
remember you said about this whole comedian thing? Sign us up. We're good.
You're not funny.
Well, the past year or so, he's really just his energy level has dropped quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to have a podcast, and we haven't done it in a year because he's just it's been hard to get together in general. But then he used to get so tired,
Fall asleep while you're recording.
he would just
Yeah.
quit answering questions.
Yeah.
and
I
he
remember
just
you
wouldn't
saying
care.
Yeah.
And like one night, he spent the night at my house after we got done recording. We were done at 9, so like he just, he was really. And then it was just really going downhill. And then, earlier in the spring, they did a stress test and they, started to reveal the seriousness of it. And it made a lot of sense after we figured that out.
Yeah.
And so he's, he got what he needed, and we'll see how, doctor thinks he'll be better than he was before.
So was he clean diet, genetics, like?
Well, I don't want to speak ill of him. But not as he lost a toe to diabetes.
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 Oh,
and,
Sugarfoot.
Yeah, and so the diet, could definitely use some work.
Yeah.
And but genetics are part of it.
Yeah.
Neither of his parents made it out of their 50s because of heart failure. So he's 63. He's definitely too young to be having that kind of problem. But when you have that kind of genetics.
Yeah, it's right there. Well, and the lead into it was not to get personal and know everything about it, but you did a little preaching in his place.
I did. Yeah, I've been preaching a little bit.
How is that?
It's fun, man. It's fun.
Really?
I have a lot. I used to be really scared of public speaking, but when you regularly bomb
on a
Fairfield,
Illinois
Mexican restaurant in Illinois, preaching the word,
everything's uphill from there.
preaching the word of the Lord's pretty easy.
Yeah.
It's right there in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool to kind of fill in and do that.
Yeah, I enjoy it. It has me studying a lot more, and it's good for me. It's been really good for me.
Yeah,
So have you ever thought
spiritually.
maybe, since we're out of comedy, we've gotten into music a little bit, that maybe the next big thing is a mega church with a band?
Well, I don't know about
Joel
Man.
Osteen makes some pretty serious
Guys,
money for salvation.
have you ever been to one like that?
Yeah, they're pretty.
It's a wild experience.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, there is.
Yes, as long as you said it.
I'll say it.
You can say it. But
Joel
like,
Osteen is a wolf
right, exactly. Yeah.
In sheep's clothing,
in
right?
sheep's clothing.
Right. So we have been to maybe one or two, of that style of church around here. So I guess you would say it's more of like a progressive worship service where it's like
Sure.
very upbeat, very like non-denominational, very
Jam band with
yeah, exactly.
And I'll clarify, not all of them are like that.
No, for 100%. But
Joel Osteen's a very extreme.
it's a
Well,
whole
to
other
your
end
point,
of it.
like I saw somebody it was a TikTok, and they went to a Joel Osteen service,
Oh my goodness!
and it was like, he had commentary behind the video, but like everything was overproduced. Like there's an intro video.
yeah.
They play some music. He comes out for a little bit. And then, of course, it's all about having, donating to the cause.
Yeah.
And that's the part that...
Cause is his yacht that he needs, his new plane that he needs.
what are you doing?
He's trying to get in his cooler
The
now.
beverages are at the bottom of the box, and I got all these silly green beers that somebody had to pack in here, and they're just not. It's not conducive for what I've.
We're
got
trying to
going on.
talk about... Hey, it's a live recording.
Hey, do you
okay?
guys have a minute to talk about your Savior, Lord, and Jesus Christ?
Hey, Buzz. Sorry, I thought we were going. You done?
Yeah, sorry.
So Joel Osteen has a yacht?
And a private, and he
Surely,
does. Do you not
surely.
remember the interview where the lady trapped him in the car? He was getting into his Escalade, and she stuck a microphone in his face and talked about why he didn't fly commercial anymore. and then he got like them beady little.
Oh, that was Kenneth Copeland.
Yes.
That's a different guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
So-
he's in the same vein.
Oh,
Also,
100%.
Also a wolf.
yes, right
Even
there.
more so.
Yes.
That guy might actually
Be the devil.
be the.
Yeah. So no, like
he's pretty gnarly.
when he got into
Yeah.
when he got that beady eyed,
Yeah.
and he looked at that little that interviewer,
Yeah.
and he just started basically finger pointing her, and
Yeah.
his eyes, like, dude, he
It kind of went dark. It was
scary,
It was really
scary as shit. And how he did not fly commercial anymore. He bought his own plane, and she was trying to expose like all the corruption in that church. Anyway, the church that I went to was so different than what I had grown up going to in a evangelical Lutheran,
Yeah.
or like my wife in a Catholic church,
Yeah.
and we're kind of sitting there like, oh my God, like we weren't even allowed to clap in church when we were kids. You know what I mean? And it's like, these people are, I mean, this guy's shredding on the guitar, beating on a drum set. You're
Yeah.
like, what is
Well,
happening right now?
by comparison, like, so I go to Redemption Christian Church,
That's where we were.
and,
I'm
and so
not going to lie. That's where we were.
I used to work there.
Okay, yeah.
And so if you grew up, and I grew up in small churches,
Right.
Dad being a preacher,
Right.
I grew up in those.
Which, by the way, when I saw the red Quarry Church,
yeah,
because I see the sign behind Valley Links,
yeah,
and went no idea. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, I know
Yep.
where that's at.
yep, it's way out
You're
there.
a PK.
PK. When you grow up in that, or like in the Catholic church,
For those at home keeping score, that stands for pastor's kid.
preacher's kid,
Preacher's kid. Yep.
Yeah.
pastor's
Son of
kid,
a
obviously.
preacher, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, when you grow up in like churches like that,
Mhm.
or like the Catholic Church, when you go to a church like Redemption,
It's
which
wild.
which by comparison to Redemption to some of the other churches is not even crazy at all. But when you compare it to what you grew up with, it is wild.
It freaked me out a little bit.
because it's loud music.
Yeah.
That everybody seems happy to be there.
Yeah.
Which is growing up.
You don't want to.
You know, the old man a couple pews up.
Yeah,
is
you're
hungover
getting your
as shit.
knuckles beat for chewing gum in church, and my
Yeah.
grandma's reaching over and ripping my ear off my head.
I remember, preaching this. You look out there and you're like, some of these people might be dead right now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We might need
It
to check
just-
old Joe for a pulse.
Yeah, and it's just when you compare what like Redemption does, which, like I said, comparison to what you see outside of this area. In this area, Redemption seems like a wild experience.
Yeah, and that's where I was
And-
coming from. Yeah,
And I totally get that. But
Yeah.
when you look outside of this area to some of the churches, Redemption looks like what you grew up with.
Evansville, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
We played basketball. Maxwell played basketball against the Evansville Christian Screaming Eagles.
Yep.
And we went to their campus. We had a road
That's right by Crossroads. Christian Church?
Yes. So we were right next.
Yeah, that
We
That's
were
a big
right,
one.
We
Get
were
after
right
it.
right next door to Crossroads,
Yeah.
and they were kind of in a funky transition where
mm-hmm.
Evansville Christian has like their census is growing, like their student population's getting bigger, so they're actually renting some room from the church adjacent to their school campus. Because I was keeping book and just small talk, through halftime and stuff with the guy that was with me, and he was saying, "Yeah, our kids are in." At that time was 6th grade, which what they consider intermediate, and they're over at Crossroads in the conference room B of the church. And like you would think this church, which is right next to Deaconess Gateway
Mm-hmm.
off the Lloyd down there, like it looks like freaking Assembly Hall. Like it is gargantuous. You know what I mean? And you drive by those churches, those big mega. You hate to say mega church because that mega church is where you
No,
get in.
that's fine.
That's where you get the Joel.
But that's Joel Osteen and Kenneth Copeland. Like
Yeah.
you hear, like those are like televangelist mega.
evangelical megachurch.
Yeah, like those big gnarly ones, But like Crossroads, it's just I've never seen anything like it. Nor would I would never even begin to think what it would be like to sit through a service like that. You know what I mean? Because like.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just
when you go to
wild.
Crossroads, if you go to sit a service at Crossroads, and then you go Redemption feels like Church of Christ non-instrumentalists
Mm-hmm.
compared to Crossroads.
Right.
And they're very similar.
Right.
When it comes to beliefs and all that.
Right.
The worship style, that's what gets a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is the worship style.
Right.
Redemption, is very tame. I know it's big.
Right.
It's loud and there's lights and it's not like your little country church.
Right.
But it's very tame compared to
One of those big dogs.
some of those other churches.
So
I think there's
moving lights and fog machines.
lasers.
I mean, seriously.
Lasers.
I mean, it's real, man.
I
It's a
think
laser light show at church.
It's a no joke.
There's
No
two
joke.
types of churches I want to go to or experience.
Oh,
First off,
Come on, please say it.
I already know what
I do
one
too.
where they take up the snake.
Yep, I knew it. I knew
One
it.
where they take up the snake. When we get into the eastern hills of
gonna
Kentucky and North
Stay away from
Carolina,
that.
Yeah, buddy.
Tennessee, just to
Been
see
bit
it.
by a rattler 7 times.
Yeah.
And the second one would be some of those very traditional African American
Yeah,
churches in the
Southern
deep
Baptist.
South, where they get us singing and they get it dancing and they start a healing. Because I think that would just be one of those
4-hour
experiences.
services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
then all get together at grandma's house to eat,
Oh,
dinner and
goodness
have a day.
gracious.
But just because you see it like, and it's probably not anything like they depict in the movies, but when they've had those like scenes in the movies and you're like, holy shit, to experience that one time.
You don't ask
That
a
would be
pastor
awesome.
why he drive a nice car. You don't ask a pastor why he live in a big house. Stuff like that, man. It's nutty.
It would be good. So
To put it this way, there's a mega church pastor out there right now in like a very large black church. His name's Creflo Dollar. So you go ahead and tell me if that's a pastor or a rapper.
Creflo,
Creflo?
Uncle Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy. After I pay all my lab coats and my scientists and stuff.
Now,
I walk.
are you a Righteous Gemstones guy?
I've seen clips of it.
I've been watching for the last 2 weeks.
Now, what streaming service is that on?
Max, HBO Max.
Oh, is it?
I'm only
Has
asking
that got
for
John Goodman?
a cool $2 million and an 8-ball.
It basically takes
Yes, I
it's a characterization of like the mega church, the Joel Osteen mega church family, and
when
and
they
the crazy-
hire that German the German babysitter. Where in that f***ing shit? It's a terrible.
What do you think if you could have Joel Osteen for a one-on-one interview? What do you think that conversation would be like?
I don't think it'd be like talking.
You don't think there'd be an honest answer given?
Absolutely not. It'd be like talking to a politician. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same situation.
How do people
Now, where you
fall
stand
for
on
that?
Billy Graham?
Well, he's dead.
Yeah, like talking to him would be
P.
Guess it depends on how close to the headstone you are.
talking to him would be pretty tough. Yeah.
Billy Graham, I loved his ministry and what he did. Now you can't his descendants have caused some problems.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I thought what he did was great.
Because my grandparents they'd get
Yeah.
the books,
But that was a
and they'd
different
get the
era. A little bit different style.
He was kind of the first pastor that
televangelist.
just, like
Yeah.
exploded and was famous.
Now, what was that one? Now there was a woman that would be on TV, like Channel 9, had a real like butchy Karen bitch haircut, and
Great description.
she had like lots
Mustache.
of plastic surgery. Oh man, you know where I'm at. Yeah, you got it. Come on,
Joyce Myers,
maybe I'll Google her real quick.
is that who you're talking
But
about?
I can remember stumbling across her a few times.
I'm gonna feel bad if that's not her. That is somebody in the.
You just throwing out random names.
Oh no, that's totally her. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
her. So this woman here, she was probably what, like 90s, late 90s, early
Yeah.
2000s televangelist on TV.
Sow a seed. She would always say.
There you go. Yeah. So I
Donate $1,000 to sow a seed.
What makes sense does that make?
yeah, right.
Well, yeah. That's called the prosperity gospel.
Mhm.
It's not real.
But he makes. I mean, isn't his church in Houston in like the old Houston Rockets stadium?
Yeah. Yeah.
Olstein's is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge. I mean, the guy,
I mean, it's
Not
like
only-
a 15,000 seat
he
place.
makes tons of money too from his books. He sells books and stuff like that.
Buy
too.
my
I mean,
books.
He's very.
Buy my books on tape.
Yeah.
How much do you think that hurts people that are honestly trying to get a stronger
When he-
faith or get back into faith? Those kind of guys.
It's incredibly dangerous.
When he blocked all them folks out from in the flood, like whenever
Yeah.
when all that, like that was the true color there.
Yep.
I have a friend of mine that he's in the funeral business. He's in the business of burying folk.
Now you know the difference between a undertaker and a grave digger,
Oh
right?
boy, here we go.
No, go ahead, fill me in.
No, please. I would love your assessment of the difference between the grave digger and an undertaker.
This is a dig on me. This is totally.
Is a grave digger like just the operator?
There you go.
And the undertaker's kind of the business end of it?
Yeah, you're an idiot.
See, I knew
He thought they were the same.
Yeah.
So the grave digger's the guy that like digs the grave. The undertaker's the guy that does the preparation and the
the mortician.
Anyway, this feller that I'm referring to was telling me some stuff. I guess there's a couple big mega churches in Louisville. Like
Southeast Christian Church,
they're
massive.
Huge.
How do you know this stuff?
Because he's he's in the game, bro. He's in the game.
I used to work at Redemption, and Redemption was started 25 years ago with 12 people.
And at the Astra.
At the theater.
Yeah, at the Astra. Like there's a whole progression of photos. And that's the conversation that we got onto with the funeral feller.
Yeah. And so as we grew, and when I was working there, we went and visited. My uncle's the pastor there, for what it's worth.
Okay.
He's friends with the guy who started Southeast, or grew Southeast, I should say.
Right.
Bob Russell was his name. He's since retired, and he knows all the other ministers that's come after him.
Right.
We would visit there to just
take it in,
learn,
check it out,
and they're a much more wealthy church. We couldn't do anything that they did.
Sunday afternoon, almost weekly.
Yeah.
There's a Brinks truck that will pull up outside to take the money from the collection to the bank where it needs to go.
I think they run 20,000 people a weekend between they have several campuses.
Yeah. That's what the guy was talking about, because I said I couldn't get over how big we went for a funeral or something, and
it's just
so we went to the funeral, and and I'd never been in the campus. I'd been in the campus one time before over at Jasper when the new one they built out there by the Du Bois County RAC.
Yeah.
A friend of ours got married over there, and we went to the service, and it was very upbeat, very progressive, a lot of music, guitars, drum sets, the whole thing. It was beautiful. It was a great deal. It was just totally different than anything I'd ever witnessed.
Can I say something honestly?
Go ahead.
I hate the music side of it.
I know. That's okay.
Like that, if I was not as lazy and had 4 kids under 7 and I slept decent, I would go to St. Mary's at 7 a.m. where they didn't say anything but read it and get it moving.
Right.
I have been that way forever.
So then we go to a funeral there and had some downtime, like after the service where the greeting and all that stuff, where you kind of had like a little mini celebration of life or whatever. And I was like, yeah, this place is nuts. And he's like, oh yeah, this is crazy. Come here and I'll show you some photos. And there's in the lobby there, they've got that progression of photos on the wall where it's I guess you said your uncle or his predecessor, I guess, was in the Astra, and
That's him.
Okay, so there was like 10 people they started with, and then they outgrew that, and then they went to the next facility.
Kathy Lane's where we were.
There you go. So then you just keep going.
What would have been there?
It's back there behind Meyer Logistics.
Yeah.
Just a building?
Old warehouse.
Yeah. So they just keep progressively getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I was like, yeah, this is crazy, and he's like, yeah, there's this many people here on Sunday. And I was like, this has got to be the biggest church I've ever been to. And he's like, oh, that ain't shit. He didn't say shit. He said, that ain't nothing. You should check out this church in Louisville. And then they were saying how they had he's like, the Brinks truck literally comes every week to get the amount of money out of the church to take it to wherever it needs to go.
So that church, when I was a kid, I went to their Easter production, their Passion play or whatever they had. And at the end of it, Jesus ascended to heaven and flew across their what do you call it? Worship center or whatever is easily 5 times the size of Redemption's.
What's Redemption's hold? Probably 2?
Just
3?
1,000.
Just 1,000.
Theirs easily holds 5,000. And this place is massive. And Jesus, they literally had him on a freaking harness zip line. They flew him up.
They had Jesus
to the
on a
top.
zip line.
It was insane. It blew my mind. Lights, fog machines. And I'm like, this dude just flew across the But have you seen some of these churches? Like last Christmas, there was a lot of videos floating around of these mega churches, like during Christmas time, like guys with snare drums coming down on zip lines onto the stage.
So where
And,
does
like, that's crazy stuff. We don't get into all that.
where does that lose? Like, I'm not a biblical scholar, not going to profess to be one, but where does that lose the original message
Like
of
the
the
in-
text
early-
from the Bible?
pretty early.
The intimacy of worship. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be honest with you,
What are you laughing at, Dave? Over here?
pretty early. I mean, to be honest with you, and this is, I don't think my uncle listens to this show.
I mean,
but
would you probably not? But would you? But you know what I'm saying?
I think
Like,
in a
there's-
way, redemption has lost it. I don't think redemption's necessarily bad, but like most churches today are not what the Book of Acts
would 100% agree.
spells out.
Yeah, I would 100% agree.
So
I'm with Casey.
print that.
I'm fine
Print
with
it.
a song
Yeah.
or two.
Take
you
it to
know,
the bank.
I'd just as soon not have like a full
I don't
band
know.
number in there.
Like I'm such a weirdo about it. Like I feel like it's a very like to me. I didn't grow up in a like weird. They call them cradle Catholics or whatever. You born Catholic, you die Catholic. But like, it wasn't a big thing in like our household. So like, where my wife and I are different on it. Like, I feel like my faith is a very private thing. Like it's a very like for me, it feels like a very. I'm not going to go up and give a testimony about my faith because that's
Right.
for me and me alone. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm intimidated by it to that extent because, like, it's just one of those things where it's just, I don't know, it's just weird for me.
It's totally weird. It's totally different than anything I've ever experienced, and I think that's and there like we've said before, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well,
At all.
here's the problem with like big churches, like, and I'll include redemption in this because I feel this way. You get so big that all of your focus has to be on making Sunday morning go off without a hitch,
Like a
Right.
production.
like a production. And so, like churches like Redemption will put a lot of emphasis on small groups so that you can
have that.
have that intimacy that you're supposed to, and that the Bible calls us to have. Because the big thing is not what we're supposed to do. It's fine. It can be fine, but it shouldn't be your only thing.
So, like at Rock Quarry Church you've been at.
Yeah, Red Quarry
Red Quarry, sorry about
probably
that.
was a Rock Quarry. So.
Probably so.
No, sure it was.
But like drawing that difference there. How long's your dad been there?
That's a good question. Maybe 8 years somewhere.
Okay. So, but I mean,
Not
there's,
long.
but and how many?
Where was he before that?
Moores Ridge Church. Well, actually, before that, he was at Fairview General Baptist Church in Tazewell.
Ooh.
Then he was at Moores Ridge before that, and then before that, he was at Fairview.
So do these places post like preacher openings and you just apply or what? How's that work?
I don't know. We moved around a couple times. I lived in Tazewell for a little bit,
That's where that
Yeah.
twang comes out.
I guess. Well, I wasn't talking then, but when I was born, my parents lived in Calhoun, Kentucky.
Oh,
For a
you was
couple
born
years.
in Kentucky?
No, I wasn't because my dad hates Kentucky.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He hates Kentucky. He literally rushed my mom from Calhoun to Evansville so that I would not be born in Kentucky.
You hold that boy in there.
I mean, literally, that's what it was. That's what it was.
But so the size of that place is probably what, 100 people?
Red Quarry?
Yeah.
50 probably.
50. Okay.
Yeah.
But do you feel a
Used to be
different
bigger than that.
But do you feel a difference when you're there on a Sunday than what it is like what?
What's going on?
My wife just texted me and said, just because you talk about Jesus on your podcast don't mean you're going to make it to heaven.
See, this is why he likes it to
Shots
be
fired.
intimate and just with himself.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Shots
Everybody
fired.
Yeah, obviously.
ridicule the guy because
Shots
he's
fired.
talking about the Lord.
Shots fired. Lord.
But like that point of it is like that close community feel there is a lot. You have a stark difference. There's got to be a foil effect from what you experience up there
Mhm.
versus
I-
like what you do at Redemption.
Yeah, it's like twofold because it's like some churches can get so focused on just being what they want it to be that they lose the desire to reach new people
Yeah.
and bring people to Christ.
Mhm.
And then on the flip side, you got churches like Redemption who have, pour a lot of money into missions and do a lot of things for the
There's
community.
a bigger business aspect to
It
it.
has to be kind of ran and operated like a business because it's so large.
Yeah.
That it is up to the people in that church to remain small in their groups in order to keep that feel that you would just normally have at a smaller church. So yeah, it's definitely not perfect.
Where do you, now here's the real hard hitting question. Where do you stand on churches and their tax-free status?
Yeah,
That was a joke.
I mean, you want me?
Yeah,
to
where
get-
you
I
at
mean,
on taxes?
That's a great question. I mean,
Because there's some people
it-
that have started arguing because of the political divide of this country that these institutions where they've become this side or that side, they should lose their tax-free status because they're not staying in their lane, basically.
So people like Joel Osteen and Kenneth Copeland and those
Them
guys,
should be taxed to the high hills.
that definitely there's a case to be made for that.
Mhm.
And then I agree, like this whole what's been called Christian nationalism, where these churches are
Yeah.
basically saying this is the politics are our theology.
Yeah.
Essentially. I don't know what the solution is, but it hurts the image of churches, I think like Redemption, who don't focus on that and they try to focus on the main thing. And I don't think people realize like that's a big church. There's a lot of people that go there, but they're not floating around in money.
Right.
These really big churches definitely are.
Yeah.
But like
They got like FU church money.
it's still Du Bois County.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of people who
Tighter than tree bark.
Yeah.
On a
I mean,
tree.
yeah, they give, but it's
They get that
not-
$5 bill.
Yeah.
They get that $5 bill and put it in that connection plate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Connection or collection?
Hey, mama. Hey, pass that dollar down to your brother. Put that in there. That way everybody's got. We're going to put $3 in this.
Pays the light bill.
Yeah. We're going to keep the lights on.
Unless you go to Center Point where they just raised it $200-$300 and
Holy
said, "Hey, pay
moly.
that."
Tough spot.
Let's not switch gears to that, but I'll get on my soapbox.
Well, I think.
real
I mean,
quick.
I don't know. I think we've gone to church and back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That horse is beat.
Buried with its feet hanging up out of the ground.
That's right.
The boys are back at it. We thought we'd help them with their addiction to low prices and giving away the farm. We thought we'd help them make money. We thought we'd help them be able to provide for their families. Well, the boys must have just said, F it. Check out the Merkley & Sons weekly flyer where they advertise ridiculously low prices that should be criminal. Great deals every week. We're going to have to start a GoFundMe to help these guys. I just know it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, so what the hell? You switched up out of the pickup and you've joined the Kid Holler squad.
Yeah, well,
I've gotten used to it. So like today,
you saw me. I saw
was that today or yesterday?
Yeah, it's today.
Yeah, this morning I seen
Noticed-
you.
recognized me.
Yeah, and I seen you coming down the hill, and I thought, man, that looks like a navigator.
So when you kill a deer, you just going to put it in the back of that bad boy?
I didn't think that
Right
far
on
ahead.
the top.
I didn't think that.
On the
now
hood.
I have hauled.
I'll
I
probably
have
just put it in a tarp.
I have
back.
hauled a deer on the roof of Tanya Tahoe
That's not surprising.
from Somerville, Indiana, back to Huntingburg, Indiana, and conveniently enough, the day that I did this was whenever the trick-or-treaters were trick-or-treating in Huntingburg,
Oh gosh.
so the streets were flooded with children. And I got back home, and it was still daylight-ish, and there was a damn dead deer on the roof of my car and blood everywhere, like running down the back window. There was blood on the windshield where I'd had her squeegee her off a couple times, and I got home and my wife was like, "What are you doing?"
That's that guy in those Hunter Ed movies where they're like, "Hey, don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Be the one that
It was
hunters
me.
love."
It was
Like,
me.
so it's about that time. I know it's crazy to think we've had a little bit of the heat wave lift, but
Squirrel season's coming up,
I'm
Curtis.
excited.
Yeah,
I'm
boy.
excited.
We're going to go on a group squirrel hunt?
Yeah, we should.
Hell
We should film it too.
Yep. GoPros.
here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you?
How many GoPros you got?
It's
A handful?
Two,
Okay.
I think.
I got
Is that
like a
enough?
first gen, like an old one.
Yeah, mine's an older one.
So here's a question on that. Like we've kicked around that idea
Chest rig.
of uses it with the missus.
Barrel rig.
Yeah, Tacticam, baby.
What would it take from like a production standpoint? Like if we went and did like a squirrel hunt, because you got mics and you got the GoPros, right?
Yeah.
Like how does that look? Like where we could do that?
I think you need one guy with a regular camera, just kind of capturing
It all.
it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Whenever
how
we
I
get
would-
old brother Arlo on board.
Oh
Yeah.
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 He's
he-
a busy guy. He's a Tesla guy now.
Yeah, big Tesla guy.
Sure is.
Lucky
Yeah.
him.
He made me sit in the driver's seat of that thing.
Huh? How was
and
it?
It was freaky, man. It
Spaceship?
Just, it drove us down to Yogi's. He picked Yogi's, and it just drove us straight down to Yogi's.
Ain't that nutty?
And I didn't touch a single thing. A truck and trailer pulled out in front of us down there by Dollar General.
And it stopped.
Stop. It was
I've
freaked
been
me
looking
out.
real hard at getting one.
Yeah,
Now here's my idea about
they're
it.
sweet.
So the
Yeah.
resort's got chargers, and I told Janelle, I said we
Hell
could.
yeah.
It
we
would be
could-
100% profitable for you to get one.
I told her I was like, we
Saves
could.
a ton of money.
A long commute like you got, man. Yeah, it would work.
Yep.
But I told her, and she's like, wow, that's a pretty good idea. And I
Now,
was
could
like,
you charge for free as an employee?
We're not going to tell them, but
That's
yeah.
fine. Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
So, feller down the road here works at the power plant.
Yeah.
They can charge, and he bought an electric car for that. But my buddy Clyde at work, he's only got a 9-mile one-way commute. Mine's like 15 to 17, depending on which path I'm on. But on his 9-mile one-way, he drives a similar truck to mine, but a Chevy brand. It's $150 a month is what he's saving in gas.
Ain't that nuts?
That's
After
what.
he pays for the electric to charge the vehicle. So I told Jenna, and you can buy a used Tesla for $20,000.
Really?
Still has warranty left on it.
Because that's the part that worried me is like you go buy a used one, like that warranty. I'd be that guy
Oh, yeah.
that buys one that the
Batteries
battery
take a
blows
shit
up
a
on
month
day
later.
2.
Yeah.
So I was looking at like one today. It's a 2020 with 50,000 miles. The factory warranty is 150,000 miles or 8 years. So that it's got warranty until 2028 or for another 139,000 miles. It's $21,000 after the $4,000
Oh,
tax
shit.
credit that you get for a used.
Where's our closest Tesla dealer?
So
Indianapolis?
you buy this from Tesla, and then there is a $2,000 delivery.
It just dries itself to you?
No, they deliver it to California. to Indianapolis.
Wild.
Probably would. I mean,
But yeah, I think
Some
I'm
little
all in.
12-year-old Asian kid climbs out of the driver's
they
seat.
just got to have weight on the seat. I
Yeah.
think is the
Is that what it is? They put a stack of books in there.
Sandbag or two.
Yeah.
Well, the poor old Dodge has been getting the miles on there, and heck, fire just for gas money. I can
That
buy me a
freaking,
little Tesla. Go get them.
Big old white bus I drive out there, believe it or not, that son of a bitch gets worse gas mileage than Tanya Tahoe does at a whopping 248,000 miles, boys.
Well, I've seen you drive, so I'm not surprised.
Get
you
over
any
it.
good
I don't
gas.
drive
Get
it.
over it.
Get
That's-
over it.
That's been the toughest.
I got
part
shit to do, man.
about switching from the Ranger to this
Oh, yeah.
this Navigator.
you up.
So why the switch? Just room for the kids?
No, well,
He's broke. Comedy took a
dude,
shit.
I had to cut my side.
Comedy
gig, dude.
took a shit. He can't afford that damn truck
Can't
payment.
afford
Good
the truck
God.
payment, dude.
Preaching
Ditched
business
all them-
don't play what pay well.
Preaching don't pay well
we gave up our in-home daycare. Miranda had to go to start
We
selling,
just-
selling candles.
We lost all kinds of money.
Yeah.
We're
Took
around
it-
there at the farmer's market every
Fucking
Saturday
broke.
selling bread, trying to pay for stuff.
Broke.
No, so my wife needed a bigger vehicle.
Mhm.
One of us did
Mhm.
because the Ranger was nice, but it wasn't big.
Well, and
It's
everybody,
not, yeah, it's
when
not
you're driving a
family
Ranger
car.
like what you drove, you're screaming, "Women, I'm single, come get me."
Yeah.
so I'm
Yeah.
surprised you drove it as long as what you
Ranger!
did.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that.
Oh
was
my
the
God, that
right
guy's got a Ford Ranger.
My wife had a Forester, Subaru Forester,
Yes, she did.
2017.
What
Now,
cause
was
did she donate
Is
to?
she for real your wife, or does she have a girlfriend on the
it
side?
wasn't. I know what you're saying. And this was I know what you're saying, and this was just listeners and watchers. This was a straight Subaru.
Oh, okay. Now, did she have a? Does she have? Yeah. Does she play women's softball?
She did play summer league in high school.
Okay. Now, does she have a coexist sticker on the back window?
No,
Okay.
no.
All right.
I'm telling you, this is. I know what you're saying. This is a straight Subaru.
Okay.
Now her
But-
grandpa's the Hall of Famer Ray Howard, right?
Well, we don't need to get into all the details,
Oh, sorry.
but yeah, that is.
Dave can X that out if we want.
No, I'm kidding. No, yeah, that's why she played softball. It's the family business.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Business.
so
She was forced to.
those didn't have a lot of room
Oh,
either,
yeah.
and so we're
Hatchback.
just kind of keeping my eyes open. And then a friend of mine, a buddy of mine from high school, was selling a 2015 Tahoe, and we bought that for her. and sold her car on Carvana.
Nice. How'd that work?
Dude, it's great. They gave us like $400 less than what it was valued at.
Really?
I mean, they give you a great deal because they make all their money
yeah.
selling it. They're like a bank. Their interest rates
With that convenient
finance through
shit.
them.
Yeah.
So that was great. We got her the Tahoe.
Now, did they bring that weird, goofy looking rollback thing to pick it
no,
up?
but hang on. So
Just hold your horses, big fella.
I'm very intrigued.
So we sell hers, and I was also looking at this 2010 Lincoln Navigator for her. And then
Are you guys getting in the drug dealing business?
And then, listen, and then the Tahoe pops up. All right, and so it was a little nicer. It's 2015.
Right.
It's just nicer, better shape, and so we got that for her. And then I was sitting around thinking, man, I could get that Navigator and just not have a car payment anymore.
Right.
That sounds kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then we'd both have big vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a truck than that Ranger was, besides the bed. I mean,
Yeah.
bigger towing capacity, more
Right.
room. And so I listed it, and I didn't have any very serious offers.
Tire kickers.
Just and dealerships.
Hey, you take 5,000 cash on that?
You want
No,
want
asshole,
to trade
I
that
want
for
25
two
for it.
lawnmowers and a Toro tiller?
No, a guy asked if I'd trade even for a Mitsubishi, and I was like, pass. And
You don't know what we're dealing with here.
yeah, and a couple dealerships got a hold of me, and I had it listed for 29, and dealerships are offering like 22.
Because they're going to turn around and sell
They're
it
going
for
to turn around and
29.
sell it.
Yeah.
And so I said, what the heck? And I submitted it to Carvana, and they gave me 26. And
Oh, so you sold your Ranger on Carvana
both of them.
and the freaking Subaru.
And then, so with the Subaru, freaking some random guy came out there with a truck and hauled it away. I got the good treatment because it's a nicer vehicle.
right.
And they came out. The dude test drove it with my wife's car. He said, "They got any hail damage?" I said, "Nope." He goes, "All right, we'll take it." That's all they care about. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
But with the Ranger, they drove it. They tested some stuff out, and they brought the pretty white weird truck.
Yeah. The
And
little
they
rollback
loaded
unit.
it up. And it's just so funny. I'm glad they brought it because they definitely thought we were getting repoed when they got Miranda's car.
The
And
neighbors.
I was just like, God, I hope they bring that truck because now Randy's going to think they repoed both of our vehicles. And we're struggling.
standing
over
there
here.
at the mailbox.
Weird
He's at
ass
the
maze
mailbox.
mowed in the grass.
These guys are losing it. They lost all of his money in the chicken race.
They got rabbit cages. They got a damn grass maze in their yard.
They're taking all that bread up to the market to sell. My goodness.
These guys are
Susan, we maybe need to make him some kind of goodie basket or something. We need to do some of the Lord's work and reach out
Get
to
some
him.
get well soon balloons.
I did have several people ask me if we were doing okay. Because I went and bought that Navigator, and which, by the way, that thing is nicer than my Ranger.
Oh,
on
I
the
guarantee
inside.
it. Does it have that clock, that analog clock?
Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah,
It's
brother.
a little rough on the inside.
That's
Like
fine.
it's a 15 years old.
I got a
But
story.
it's got heated and AC seats in it.
we drove.
the AC seats.
It's amazing.
I don't remember who the hell I was with, but we went to that Romaine, whatever that car dealership right there by
Romaine Subaru.
yeah, right there,
That's
right,
where we bought Miranda's mobile.
right by like CC's Pizza, Burlington Coat Factory, Sky Zone, that car lot right there on the corner of Morgan and the Lloyd, or the
Yeah, Romaine Mitsubishi.
Green River and the Lloyd, or whatever that is. That used to be a specific Lincoln dealership where you could go in and like they sold Navigators, the whole works. And I don't remember what the hell. I was probably 25 at the time and working at the mine. And we were in Evansville and was like, let's just screw around. Let's go test drive some cars, So we get in this brand new, at the time, top of the line Lincoln Navigator. I got junk mail from them sumbitches for like 10 years after we did that. I had no intentions of buying that car. We were just screwing around. It
That
was
poor
awesome.
salesman
I
thinking he's
know.
still going to come down and buy.
Yeah.
You were going
What
to
a-
make his money.
What an idiot.
Do you ever? I mean, it's funny because the comedy side, I know you don't do it stand up, but I was just sitting here thinking, like, while we were joking around, do you ever find yourself writing jokes?
Well, I don't know anymore. It's a lot of fun just to work them in the conversation
Yeah.
Yeah.
with people. And it's funny when people ask me about quitting comedy. I tell the story of that last show at the Mexican restaurant,
And you get that first
I'm like, that's
big
the
laugh.
best joke I've ever written.
Yep.
And it's about me quitting comedy.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's not
hilarious.
even. I didn't even write it. I just tell the story.
Real life,
happened.
man.
Yeah.
Real life.
Yeah, I definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when Dad heals up, going to get back into podcasting?
I'm gonna try to. Yeah. We're gonna see how it goes, but we're gonna try to get back into it.
Now, you guys did a few of the coffee talks last fall, right?
Smalley talk.
Smalley
Oh,
talk.
Smalley talk. Yeah, man. I don't know what happened with that. To be honest with you, that was a big lift for me because I was producing all of it, and I think I don't know when we started doing it, but it got. We were trying to do like I was like we need to batch these things
Yeah.
because I it's hard.
It's tough.
You guys get it. It's
Yeah.
not hard. It's hard to meet every week.
Well, Dave does. Dave gets it.
And
You, dude. What do you...
It was just a joke.
Man.
he just tossed that in there.
Yeah, I get it. All right, we had one reel go 5 million, and I didn't have us monetized, and I lost
Whoa,
all this money.
that's
for
not
it.
your
He didn't even
fault.
say that.
Yeah, no, it's just
Yeah.
everything else. Reels every night,
Didn't even say-
shorts,
didn't even say
dive-ins. They just
You know
post
what though?
themselves magically.
It would have been awesome if it was monetized. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be driving
Like
Lincoln
6 grand.
Navigators.
It was
Yeah.
like 6 or
I don't
7
know
grand.
though. I was looking at the new Navigators. I joined a Navigator Facebook group.
Of course you did.
And
Of course you did.
I was looking at the new Navigators, and I was like,
Wow.
I'm in a different tax bracket. That-
We're going to
I
have to
shouldn't-
up the rabbit races, honey.
I shouldn't be in this thing because those new ones are like 110,
Oh yeah. All
and
day.
they're so nice.
When they host the Corn Ferry Tour Championship up there at French Lick Resort, Pete Dye golf course in October there, United Leasing and Finance Company. Thank you for
Did they
supporting.
pay us for that?
I'll
If
pro-
they
hey,
Oh,
don't,
you're
they will.
monetized now, so
You,
maybe you
you'll
get
probably,
some-
hey, I probably could get you a couple passes from our buddy Red up there.
all right.
Big fella had a good time there.
That was
He
a
drank
blast.
plenty of free cocktails,
Yeah.
but they'll
Drunk.
bring these Cadillac Escalades up,
Oh, those
Oh.
things
and
are
they'll
so-
park them up there on a golf course,
I
and
got
that
a
makes
free
me
umbrella.
nervous. It makes me nervous because I'm sitting there thinking, like, man, if they had regular golfers out here, these things are
Oh,
definitely going to
indeed.
get smoked.
Toast.
I rode in one of those in New York, and
Unreal.
it just the screens are everywhere.
Yeah.
And everything is there's cameras on all sides.
Yeah.
And it looks better. The dashboard camera that's shown out front looks better than real life, like
Yeah.
with your eyes.
Right.
And
It's unbelievable.
And I'll look at the price tag, and I'm just
Oh.
like, I couldn't imagine.
This is dumb.
Like Janelle, like, hey, let's go get a Cadillac Escalade someday. Like, let's say, the 4 kids are out of the house and we
They-
got a little walking around money.
Cost more.
No.
They cost more than my first house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
2008 first house.
But a lot of people, it's just a payment. We'll
Yeah.
just make it.
yeah.
Yeah.
As long
I'll
as
tell
we
you
can
what,
swing that monthly, might as well.
and that's what was funny was we weren't hurting or anything, but then when I thought about
Thank God.
not
Randy's
Yeah.
going to feel real good.
Yeah.
No, Randy's probably.
I did
friend
go
of the
over to
show.
Randy. I said, Randy, just so you know, buddy, we're fine.
Yeah.
You can
And
stop
we're even
putting your
better-
groceries on the front porch.
Yeah, we're even better now because we don't have a truck payment. But it was silly. Like looking at it, I'm like, I have that Ranger because it was cool.
Yeah. Nice truck.
That's why I got it, and it just
Yeah.
it wasn't worth it.
Now you got a cooler.
Now I'm gonna have money to pay for stuff when stuff stops working on that.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I lost power steering week 2
Oh boy.
Oh,
that thing, but we got her back.
that's got
Fine.
It's back.
Minor details.
It's back. It's all there.
As long as you're moving, it works.
And I found that out,
Yeah.
which ended up being a good sermon illustration.
Yeah. Parking lots is tough.
It's easier to make moves when you're moving,
Yeah.
but if
So-
you're not moving,
Oh,
it's
dang.
hard to turn.
So is it
Good time.
easier? Is it easier to write a sermon or
Yes.
a joke set?
Sermon, it's in the Bible. I mean, just it. I said this. It's like
You don't worry about plagiarism.
Use
huh?
Cliff Notes.
I said this to my wife.
Don't worry about plagiarism.
You can read it word for word, and they won't sue you.
Yeah, that's nice of them.
No, it literally it's fun because it's like the source material. Everybody agrees with it.
yeah. Yeah.
you're
You don't have
talking
to cite
to.
your
Yeah,
sources.
if they're there,
Yeah.
they're not there to
Exactly.
judge
There's
whether
no
or not you're
heckling.
doing good.
At least not yet.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I think you're wrong.
I call
on that.
bullshit on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have like a sermon voice? Like, do you get into like a character for it?
No, it's pretty normal. It's kind of like how maybe a little more animated than my stand up because you try to.
Well, yeah.
And the last couple times
Bessie's up front sleeping in the front row snoring. You got to keep her entertained.
Red Quarry's a little bit on the older side, so you got to kind of The first time I did it, I was just behind the pulpit, and I had like my manuscript. And the second time, I was like, I got to get out here and move around. Yeah. Just to keep them interested.
Keep them locked in.
Yeah. I love it. Father Bijou up there at St. Mary's, he'll sneak in an amen every once in a while.
Good grief.
And he expects an amen response back. And it sometimes catches me off guard because I'm generally yelling at one of the kids to, hey, pay attention or hey, shut the hell up. And he'll sneak in an amen. And like, I'm glad there's a few up front paying attention because,
have you seen the AI videos of the preaching Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Dude. The AI videos with
most of the time Bigfoot videos.
Most of the time,
and the Yeti and those guys when they go on some of their other ones that aren't just safe for this show,
Well,
fishing or smoking weed or something like that.
So there was an AI Bigfoot video of him preaching, and it was honestly fantastic. Like,
heck of a sermon.
Preaching the word.
Yeah.
But he
really pouring it to him.
I used something from it because he said, "Turn in your Bibles to." Colossians chapter 3, when you get there, let me hear an amen. And then and I was like, that's pretty nice. Like,
yeah.
And I used it and didn't get no amens.
No amens.
They weren't ready for it.
Now does your father, does he attend the services when you preach?
Well, he didn't for those because he was, at home.
Yeah, recovering.
So he hasn't got to see me preach in person. I take that back.
Are they all live streamed?
Yeah, I live stream them on my personal account when I go to Red Quarry. They're still up on my Facebook. Maybe they might have disappeared.
So are you done preaching up there?
Well, he's back.
Oh, he's pushed you out of the pulpit, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure. I might get a.
For him as like a father-son moment, he probably never expected you to do that, right? That's got to be cool for him. Have you talked to him or asked him, or has he had like that moment with you?
He's asked me to preach for years up there, like for like special services.
Yeah.
And I've always said no because I've been so terrified. And this year I just said yes to it. And actually earlier in the year I did one.
Yeah.
And then so this was,
That's got to be kind of cool though.
It was cool. Yeah.
Carrying on the family business.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, that's a good little catch up.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
You know what I'm thinking though?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking we go around the table for some final thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And in the magic of editing, we're going to record another episode. And I think Curtis is going to hang around for another episode. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh,
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you got no comedy show to get to.
He's second guessing it now.
You already said yes.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You already said yes. All right. So we're going to do some final thoughts here.
Well, it's that time of year again when it doesn't seem like your AC stops running. Well, if by some unfortunate chance your AC does stop running, and it's not because the house is cool, we've got who you need to call. Todd Hayes is the man. Hayes Heating, Air, and Repair is a family-owned business with Todd's son Austin helping. Todd and Austin can get your AC back up and running in no time. They also do some light plumbing and electrical work as well. Give them a call, 812-683-2570.
Brother Dave, what you got?
Heck of a break in the heat today out of nowhere.
God.
And it's been a serve for a breath of fresh air. So hope everybody gets time to go out this weekend and enjoy the weather. Lots of festivals going on locally anyway, and I'm sure there's sorts of horse shit wherever you're tuning in from. We did do a check-in with some folks on our Facebook because, Spotify tells us they're out there. And we had a check-in from Louisiana and some from Illinois, Georgia.
Pretty cool.
Akron, Ohio. One of
Akron,
the Clump
Ohio.
boys up there.
Michigan, somebody up in your
Yeah.
stomping grounds.
Well, then one of the Clump boys did to L.A. I'm assuming it's the Linville area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
Missed that one.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's fine. But anyway, so, enjoy the time, enjoy the weather, and we'll catch you next week.
Big fella.
Curtis, thanks for coming, bro. It's always a blast.
It was fun.
Always good catching up. But yeah, stay tuned, folks at home. Little inside baseball. The third annual Wandering Dutchmen Backyard Barbecue Festival.
Barbecue competition.
Yeah,
At the Holland.
Holland Festival is a go. We got the green light. We're doing it again. The event link, the Eventbrite link to sign up and register should be live when you listen to this. Get signed up, get your team ready to rip. Same format this year, just a little bit different. One or two skidoo, but it's going to be a good time. Yeah, keep your stick on the ice.
There we go. Curtis Crowe, what you got, buddy?
Well, just I don't have a lot going on, which is kind of nice.
Oh, I imagine.
I kind of like that. So, just when next time you go to a Mexican restaurant, think about me. Think about me struggling
Will do.
in front. Which in DuBois County, that could be any given night.
That's right.
So-
T's and P's, Curtis Crowe.
Keep
Amen.
up with me on Facebook in case I decide to do something.
Amen.
There we go. Pick
pretty
up next time Loose Change is out there, go out and see him.
That's right.
My final thought is this: in real time, a Cubs legend passed away,
Right.
Mr. Ryan Sandberg. Now, the interesting thing of it is my oldest son is a Ryan, R-Y-N-E, the same way. We call him Rhino, which is exactly there. But it was one of those things where it's weird because something from your childhood, because you remember like people from your parents' generation, like when they pass away, you don't necessarily know who that person is. Like you know the name or you know of that, but you don't have the feelings that are associated with it. And, my Cubs fandom, because obviously you got a lot of Cardinal fans in this territory, a lot of Reds fans in this territory, and there's a lot of Cubs fans
There is
too.
a lot of Cubs fans too.
But Margie Guy on Sycamore Street, when I was a young lad growing up, and she was running that in-home babysitting service out of there, raising a lot of kids. WGN in the afternoons, Harry Carey, Steve Stone, and that's where I absolutely fell in love with the game of baseball and Chicago Cubs, and Ryan Sandberg was a part of that. And he passed away this week at 65 from quick hands McGee over there.
Shit. Reflex like a cat.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
impressive. But
Glad I got to
65,
witness that.
prostate cancer. Unfortunately, all four of us at this table, because we have prostates.
Yeah, we do.
It's a possibility. So get your prostate checked by a doctor.
Milk it.
Wasn't going to go there, but certainly if that's tickles
Gotta
your
do what you
fancy,
gotta do.
tickles your fancy. But it was a tough week. Fucking take us out of here.
Dutchman out.
Love you, brother.